Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we're about to peel back the layers on a company's paperwork and find out if their stories add up. Today we're diving into some intriguing amendments and corrections from XBP Global Holdings Incorporated. And believe me, it's not just about paperwork, it's about what they're trying to fix or clarify. Before we dive in, if you enjoy getting these in-depth looks at corporate filings without the jargon, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to chat with us and other corporate sleuths, join our Discord community, linked in the description below. So, what is the big news from XBP Global Holdings Incorporated? Well, on the 12th of December of 2025, they filed a certificate of amendment, with the Delaware Secretary of State. Now, this might sound like just another administrative step, but here is where it gets interesting. This amendment is basically saying they're tweaking their foundational corporate documents. Think of it like updating the company's constitution. Specifically, it has provisions that are pretty much the same as an amendment they already filed back in July of 2025. But wait, there is more to this story. Just before they filed this main amendment, they also filed two certificates of correction. These corrections are essentially saying, oops, we made a mistake with some previous filings. One correction points back to the 29th of July amendment, making it void. The other correction addresses a supposed name change that was already completed. It seems like they were trying to change their name through an amendment on the 30th of July, but that name change had already happened. So they had to file a correction to nullify that amendment's effect. Now, why go through all this? The company wants to make sure their official records are perfectly accurate. These corrections are all about cleaning up administrative loose ends, ensuring that the company's charter, what I mentioned earlier as its constitution, and its common stock details are exactly as they should be. For clarity, the company stresses that these corrective filings didn't actually change anything fundamental about their third amended and restated certificate of incorporation or their plans for their common stock. They are just tidying up the paperwork. So what are these documents and what do they mean for investors? Exhibit 3.1 is the certificate of amendment itself, dated the 12th of December 2025. Exhibit 3.2 is the first certificate of correction, specifically voiding the amendment from the 29th of July 2025. And Exhibit 3.3 is the second certificate of correction, nullifying the amendment from the 30th of July 2025 that incorrectly attempted to change the company's name. And of course there are the standard interactive data files for the SEC's filing system. Signing off on this report on the 12th of December 2025 is Ross Dawson, acting as Secretary. So what is the real story here from a financial perspective? This filing doesn't include any new financial statements or key performance indicators. It is purely an amendment and correction process. However, the fact that they needed to issue two separate certificates of correction to nullify previous amendments suggests a degree of administrative oversight or complexity in their recent corporate actions. While the company states that these corrections do not alter their fundamental corporate structure or plans, the need for such retroactive adjustments can sometimes be a signal for investors to pay closer attention to the company's internal processes and the clarity of their executive communications. From a Warren Buffett perspective, we'd be looking for consistent, clear, and straightforward operations, while amendments and corrections are normal. The repetition and apparent confusion in correcting previous amendments might raise a small flag about internal process discipline. For now, since no financial data is presented, we can't assess true business health or performance trends. The company's common stock and redeemable warrants are listed on the Nasdaq Capital Market, which means they are subject to exchange rules and oversight. The key here is that no substantive changes are reported to the company's charter or its stock plans. This is an administrative cleanup operation. Looking ahead, XBP Global Holdings Incorporated needs to continue to provide clear and consistent SEC filing. The focus for investors should remain on their future financial reports and strategic announcements to gauge the actual business direction and performance. For now, this is more of a procedural housekeeping item than a significant strategic shift. Alright, that is our breakdown of XBP Global Holdings Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these administrative corrections? Do they signal anything to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.